It is our pleasure again to be the title sponsor for the Who's Who event. And when I think about last year, it was a fantastic event. It really was that foundational group that made this community a different place, and that really has built it into what it is today. And so as we transition into what this year's class may look like, it's very interesting because for one thing, we're going to have new categories like the wild card and like the young gun. And what will that look like? And I think what we'll do is we'll transition into a group that is more about what might make Greenville great in the future.
I came from Houston, and it's a very exciting place to be as well. But I'll tell you, Greenville is just most exciting, and the reason is you've got manufacturing.
I think our business community is evolving on an annual basis. It's hard to always put your finger on exactly what made different, but I think over a broader array of years, if you look at the past 5 to 10 years, you see a lot of change taking place. You see a lot of people coming in from other places. You see more diversity in general in leadership. I think you're seeing a younger group emerge that really is hungry to be a part of where we're going and make a difference for years to come. So I do believe over the past year in particular, we've seen more people step forward, and we're going to continue to see that in the next year or so.
And so it'll be fascinating to me to see how this group will differ from the group last year, which really was a great, we're going to have a legends category, but those were all legends. These were all people that really put Greenville on the map.
I think last year's recognized individuals represented a very strong group of individuals who made a big difference in the upstate for a very long time. I know there are also many other individuals that were quite worthy that were recognized in the nomination process who hopefully will be recognized as a who's who as we go down the road.
When I think about legendary, when I think about, and we're actually sponsoring this particular award, I think about someone who's had a very long-term commitment to the upstate of South Carolina. And so it's really about their body of work over almost a lifetime, and clearly someone who's made a difference. So it's that person that has been here, has done their work, has done it in some cases quietly, in some cases very publicly, but always committed to making the area, the upstate of South Carolina, a better place, and the results are there to show. It would be great to see folks a name that I may not even know, a name that someone that really has done a super job over a long period of time and made a difference, but maybe not in the limelight.
I think when you look at the whole concept of a who's who, it doesn't have to be someone that's been around for a very long time. It doesn't have to be someone that is from Greenville or has only done things in the upstate. I think it's very important that the entire community have an opportunity to be seen for doing the right things, for making a difference, and that can be people that haven't been around for a very long time. They may be newcomers, they may be younger, they may be people that are just not even recognized in a lot of ways by the community as a whole, and this program provides that opportunity for them to be seen.
Yeah, if you notice people at ICAR, the Clemson ICAR, most of those are students over there, and they're young and up-and-comers as well. And without those type of people creating the cars and designing the cars, where would we be? And I will tell you, I've learned more in the 2.5 years here in Greenville than I learned in the whole 15 years I've been in the car business. Without the researchers, without the academics, without the people behind the scenes, obviously we wouldn't have these cars. I think it's very important for them to be on the forefront of everything we do.
I think when people make a nomination of someone they know that they really believe is making a difference and ought to be recognized as a who's who, they're providing insight into a world that we may not have any other way. So when people say this person ought to be considered and that person is then showcased for what they've done, we all have the opportunity to learn something that we may not otherwise have.
I do think that diversity is going to make a difference this year. We're going to see a diversity on many fronts, not just what you think of as diversity, but really diversity of opinion, diversity of business types, nonprofits, for-profit. It could be a politician, you just don't know. And I think that's the beauty of this group and how it comes about, because it's a vote. And we are offering categories this year, but still, I'm fascinated to see what our voters will come back with.
It's very important for me to be a part of the Who's Who event this year for several reasons. And I'll tell you, a big part of it is to be a part of the community, give back, and also point out some people that are just doing a fantastic job in our community.